Hey guys, and welcome in to my impressions and kind of first talking about Most Wanted. I'm going to give you the reasons I won't be buying the game as opposed to the reasons why you should. I think people who are interested in new cars and stuff, I'll get into this kind of in this video. Right, Criterion made Burnout. Burnout 3 is probably one of my favourite games of all time. It was in my top 10 list. I love Burnout. Bit of Muse here on the video. I love Burnout. Then they went and did Need for Speed Hot Pursuit. Well, Paradise I wasn't particularly fond of, so that was already a kick in the teeth for me with this game. They went and did Hot Pursuit, which was amazingly good. Probably another one of my favourite Need for Speed games. And then they did this, and it's not good. I don't know what they've done. It's more personal preference, I think, than it is that the game is bad. The game is good. Before you get me wrong, the game is a very good game. But I don't know. I have really big issues with it. When they first showed this at E3, the game allowed you to kind of like ram an enemy off the road, and it showed them like crashing and going into slow-mo, and you could see what they did. And you had a lot of different things with kind of cops would like going to slow motion when you slam them into walls, and also you went to slow motion when it went through the blockades and the barriers and the billboards. Why did they take that out? Why is that not in this game? Because I think it really kind of drags away from the game. It's not. If you hit something, you don't get that satisfaction. If you ram someone off the road, all you have is the map telling you that the little arrow spun around and the little thing comes up on the screen saying slam takedown. That's it. There's no satisfaction of seeing them crumble and burn as they fly through the air in slow motion, which I think, what was that game that came out? Ridge Racer Unbounded did really well. There's been a few other games that have done that really well, and they showed off the graphics and they showed off the car's damage physics. The game just doesn't have that, and that is a very small issue. Okay, that is a very small issue, but it's one of those ones that I kind of hope for every time. You know, like Burnout 3 used to do, and all the Burnout games, that had the kind of slow motion aspect to it, and when the cars came around the corners. Also, they've changed the drifting. As you can see here, I'm throwing the car around. It's not, I don't think, it's as satisfying as Hot Pursuits was. It's a lot more tough to get the car into a drift. I most of the time end up using the handbrake. With Hot Pursuit, you just tap the brake and the car would start going round. This feels very lacking. It doesn't feel very easy to get the car into a drift, and when you're in there it doesn't last as long as it did in Hot Pursuit. Hot Pursuit was very kind of over the top with its drifts, I know, but I kind of wish they kept the same physics and the same handling for this. Graphics, very nice. The graphics look great. They're not as good as something like Forza or Forza Horizon, but they are very nice. Sound in the game is very good. As you can hear the tunnel here, it sounds amazing, you know? They added these garages around the world, which I'm not particularly fond of. It makes the game way too easy. You basically, if in the old Need for Speed games, if you like drove over a spike strip, the cars would have blown tires, and you would be screwed because you'd be trying to get as far away as you could from the cops before they slammed you into the side and took you down, and they then block you in. I really liked that aspect because it was realistic and it made you worry when you had a cop chase because you could lose your car, and they have completely lost the difficulty in this. I don't know where it's gone. What have they done? It's one of those things where you basically have cop chases and you can crash and lose your and they can catch you. It makes no difference. You just restart and you respawn. That's it. No worry about losing your car, no worry about getting penalties or anything. You just continue, you know? And I don't like that. It's like they've taken the difficulty way down. And the difficulty in the old Need for Speed games was quite hard. If you had like a level 6 heated car chase, you would be on the seat of your pants and you'd be worrying a lot. And that was part of it, and it made it feel that little bit more. You got into the game a little bit more. With this game, it feels very unchallenging, and that really drags away from the game for me. The handling also, if you steer into a corner and let go of the stick, the car won't center, and I don't know if that's I don't know if that normally happens, but in normal games the car centers. The car's steering will go center and it will start to center off. In this it doesn't. The car will continue going in the direction you're facing it, which is really weird feeling. It's probably one of those moments where it almost feels like the controls are laggy. They're not laggy, they're actually very responsive, but it makes it feel like they're laggy. It kind of gives you the feeling that maybe they aren't as tight as they could be. And also when you're trying to get precision aiming, going through like a billboard like that, it's very hard to get precision driving. I find it a struggle to aim my car into a gap. And something like Grand Theft Auto, you guys know that I'm okay with gaps, and I can get through probably the smallest gaps. My distance perception is very good. With this game, it doesn't really let you. Your car keeps going off in just a random direction, and you're trying to pull it back, and it just feels like it's a fight constantly against your car, and it shouldn't feel like that. I don't know, it may just be my kind of, maybe I'm too used to stuff like Forza and Grand Theft Auto's handling. I don't know. Grand Theft Auto's handling was very realistic. This is a lot more arcadey, I think. That's probably the reason. With the upgrades and stuff, yes, they've really kind of defined it, and it's a lot easier to do upgrades and everything else. Also, you don't have to go drive all around the city like you did in Paradise. You basically, you can do it all on the fly with a press of a button. Really nicely added and very good. I like that. I'll show you a car chase here. I want to do a quick car chase and show you. Because, you know, it's one of those things that the cops are cool. They have the radio. That's one thing I loved about the Need for Speed games. There was the cop radio that was constantly going, which was brilliant. And I love the cop radio, and you could hear what they're saying about you, and like, oh my god, he can drive, or whatever they say. I love that aspect. And this is still in here. But the cops are more aggressive. They don't back off. They aren't realistic, and like they were in like The Run. Oh no, not The Run. It was Undercover, and the original Most Wanted. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to get a cop, and I'm going to show you a car chase. We're going to see if this works. I've took him down already. It's like there's no challenge. Come on, guys. It's weird. It kind of varies. Sometimes the cops are very, very realistic. I had like 3 or 4 cops come in and try boxing me in, and I had to really fight my way out. Of course, earlier levels they are a lot easier, but of course it does get harder, and that's understandable. But it's too easy to get away, and also if you do get caught with them, what's the worry? There's no kind of worry there at all. If you get caught, you get caught, and you just respawn, and it doesn't add that kind of fear to the game, which I liked about the original. So, yeah, I have issues with it. Oh, for God's sake. I do have issues with the game. As you guys can tell, it's just one of those games that I won't be picking up. The selection of cars isn't really up my alley either. I'm not a big fan of sports cars, like, you know, cars like this. I'm not a big fan, to be honest. I like my old muscle, my old American muscle, and I like, you know, a bit more realistic. I mean, who has all these cars, you know? And it's just a bit annoying, and the fact they can keep up with you in, what are they? They're Crown Victorias, aren't they? If they can keep up with a Porsche in a Crown Victoria, it makes me kind of wonder what the hell. So I mean, look, right now I can basically drive through here and I'm completely healed, no issues with my tyres or anything else. The damage isn't very good either. It's pretty much all physical, it's all visual. It's not real damage. You don't kind of get, the only thing that affects your driving is your wheels, and even that isn't completely devastating for your car, which it should be. I'm gonna crash here. But yeah, that's my gripe with the game. I recommend people going out and buying this. It's weird. I recommend people going out and buying this. If you liked Need for Speed, if you like the cars in this game, go out and pick this game up. Go buy it. It's fun. It's very fun. The online aspects are very good, and they're very kind of like, it's good for online people. As you guys know, I'm not an online person, so for me the features aren't exactly very useful for me. But I personally go out and buy XCOM, or go out and buy Hitman, which has just come out. I'm going to burst through here. Go out and buy Hitman. What else came out recently that was really good? Even I wouldn't go out and buy Assassin's Creed, because apparently that's crap. But yeah, go out and buy something else if you want to. Definitely check around, because there are some really good games out right now, and I don't think Need for Speed right now is a pickup by first day for me, and for me anyway. I don't know about you guys. I'm going to throw the car around here because it's a roadblock, and I'm going to try and get out of this. I don't know if I'll continue the video through here. As you can see, there's cars all around the world, so you kind of have all the cars unlocked in theory. You just have to actually find them, which is quite cool. But the only problem is you kind of have to level every car up so you can get nitrous, which is a bit annoying. You can't just go, right, I have nitrous on all my cars now. You have to level every car up separately, which may get a bit annoying. But yeah, there you go. That's my personal view. I kind of gave the reasons why. It's not kind of a hate video, because it isn't. It's kind of my personal gripes with the game, and I explain those to you, and you know, take them as you will. Comment down below, will you be picking this up or not? I'm probably the first person to hate on the game, I think, that I know of. Everyone's giving it like 9 or 8 out of 10. But for me personally, this isn't a game I'd buy. Thanks for watching. Comment down below, rate, subscribe, and all that jazz. I'm going to try and get away here, see if I can.
You've evaded the cops. Brakes are high. Stay out of sight.
Alright, thanks for watching guys. Bye.